Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham dhammang sanghang namassami. Welcome everybody to this Sunday morning meditation time with the Dhammadharini Monastery here in California. Here's a metaphor to start the morning. The question is, if somebody had some paint or some dye and they wanted to paint the sky, could they do so? But they would not be able to do that because there's nothing for the paint to stick onto. So just the same way, my suggestion is that the unwholesome or negative mental habits that you might have, or whatever remorse you might feel about something that happened before, those things do not necessarily stick to the heart. We don't believe that there's a self or a soul that collects a lot of dirt and stains and marks, and that is permanently stained and marked like that. Instead, we think that it's possible in meditation to make the mind directed to the boundlessness of space, or the boundlessness of a mind without limits. And we do this in one part, in the elements contemplation. There is a contemplation of contemplating the space element, of just directing the mind towards the emptiness of space that helps to calm down and settle down and make the mind have some of those qualities. If it were possible in this short hour to bring us all up to the second formless meditation, otherwise known as the sixth jhana, then we could be meditating in that state, being fully absorbed into the emptiness of infinite space. But in the meantime, something that's much easier and more obtainable is to take the thought of loving kindness and compassion, to develop those thoughts and to settle the intention to let this loving kindness or let this compassion, without any restrictions whatsoever, be extended on behalf of every being everywhere. Wishing freedom from pain and stress for every single being everywhere. In the Pali, the word satta is the word for a being, one of the words that we use for an individual. In a certain kind of a way, if you think of bring in a bit of philosophy and think about being, it almost makes the mind think of about a kind of a universal, interconnected kind of existence that all the beings everywhere throughout the entire universe, including the living beings and also the invisible beings, the gods or the devas, or the beings at a level of reality that we're maybe not able to fathom, but they're there nonetheless. And there's this interconnected reality of all those beings everywhere. So you could say that the awareness or the consciousness of all those beings everywhere in the whole universe is interconnected. And so then when we practice the boundless loving kindness, we're putting our own intention, directing our mind to connect up with that universal, interconnected totality of all beings everywhere. And so in that way, our mind can become expanded. And when the mind is expanded like that, any small-minded, trivial aggravations or frustrations or worries or thoughts or negativities, all of those things that could come up in the mind, those things are finite. Those things are limited. And that which is small and limited like that can dissolve into the boundless totality of this great interconnected sum of all the beings everywhere. So just like putting a teaspoon of salt into the Ganges River does not affect the flavor of the river. So the same way, when we direct our mind towards this boundless totality of all beings and our goodwill towards all of them, then our little worries are not able to touch that and can be dissolved. So this is my idea for our meditation for today. Coming to an upright and balanced posture. Beginning, as usual, with awareness of this material body. Aware of the posture of the body, the weight of the body pressing the cushion or the chair. the location of the body in the room where you are sitting. Perceiving the internal sense of the body, whether relaxed or nervous, whether pleasant or painful. Just aware internally the body. Aware of the sensations touching on the skin, wherever the hands or the body is touching. The sensation of clothing touching the air. And aware of the quality of mind or the quality of awareness. Is the mind present or absent? Bright or dull? Calm or restless? Just checking in. What's it like to be me right now? Just staying with that mindfulness for a few minutes. And bringing in the thought of kindness, starting inside with oneself, using a few words. May I be happy. Ahang Sukito Homi. May I be happy. Freed from all dukkha. And aware of the meaning. What does it mean to be happy? To be released from all dukkha? Resting in awareness of this loving kindness internally. Free of dukkha. Filling every cell in the body with kindness, free of dukkha. And when the mind is well settled down in that inner kindness, then opening the gate and letting the thought of kindness extend out to every being. If the image of diverse beings comes in, let the kindness go to each one. May they be happy and released from all dukkha. Even letting go of the image of particular beings. Let the entire space be filled with loving kindness. May every being be happy, released from all dukkha. Using the phrase if you need to stay present, or letting the verbal talk stop, so there's only the thought of dukkha, only the thought of loving kindness, freed of dukkha. the totality of all beings, free of dukkha. If there's any particular being who comes to mind, connecting that individual to boundless loving kindness, boundless compassion. Letting boundless kindness wash over them. Letting boundless compassion wash over them. May they be happy, completely free of all dukkha. And coming back to inside, aware of this state of mind, of the feelings in the body. Aware of this physical body. With the thought of kindness inside. May I be happy. May I be free of all dukkha. Welcome any sharing how this meditation was for you, whether or not you believe it's really possible that our small-minded negativities really could be dissolved through this boundless style of meditation. Are any blessing that you would like to give? It's lovely to see everybody today. We've got a pretty large group of people here. And I'm grateful for all of you for coming together to help me out by joining for this morning meditation. Call on Maitri.
Thank you, Ayya. I wanted to ask you to explain a little. Can you hear me,
Just
Ayya?
let me just wait 1 minute. I want to check my sound. Microphone, speaker, okay. Excuse me, the others could hear you, but those in the room couldn't hear you, but now they can. Can you say that again?
Yes, Ayya. Thank you. I wanted to ask you, actually, maybe explain a little more. When you were doing the guided meditation, initially, for the loving kindness part, you said, think about oneself, your own self, and that you will be free of, that you will be happy and free of dukkha. And then you said understanding what that exactly mean, to be free of happy and to be free of dukkha. So I was trying to, in my mind, what came to me was uh, to be happy and to be free of dukkha is to be just okay with whatever that's going on, that's just being okay with everything. And this is perhaps because yesterday an incident happened that I was not okay with, and it just was, for several hours, it was very unpleasant, and I just could not be okay with something. And so I was wondering what you would think when you was
Yeah,
thinking, understanding what it means to be
yeah.
happy. Thank you.
Well, first of all, there are some deluded ideas about happiness that could come along that I could think, if only people would stop persecuting me, then I would be happy. That would be a very deluded thought that would lead one in the completely wrong direction. So thinking about with sincerity what it really means is one way to brush away those wrong ideas, which I think you said you did just in your example, that feeling frustrated about something, that you knew that coming internally to a place of contentment and acceptance is the answer rather than causing somebody outside to change. The happiness based on sensual pleasure our happiness based on happy emotions is not yet the best kind of happiness. The happiness that can happen in meditation when the hindrances are quieted down and we recognize that freedom, that's coming closer to the true happiness. And then the happiness of any kind of realization in the Dhamma that causes a permanent change in our mentality. To whatever extent that happens, that's a real happiness. So that's my idea about that. But I think you already got it.
Sadhu.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll call on Maggie.
I think I struggle. I mean, this mind gets stuck on the word happy. In our culture, it's so much.
Would you mind bringing the microphone a little bit closer to you? Because others may not be able to hear. If you could speak.
Hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I get stuck on the word happy too. And in our cultural connotations of Hallmark cards and advertising, you'll be happy if you own this car or whatever. And it's said so often in loving kindness meditations that I've been in, and I kind of want to change it to may I be peaceful, because peaceful to me means at ease within myself and with the world, and it's so much more meaningful than happy, happy, happy. And I know it's just words, but
yeah,
it doesn't sink in. The happy,
right.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, and that's it's a very good comment, because happy, happy, happy in our culture is a danger, that it could make the mind go sort of not quite what we're aiming for. Another idea is, may I be well. As to be well is to be free from disease. And to be free from disease is to be free from dukkha. So that's another way of thinking of it that includes the idea of peaceful. It's very true. One of the most powerful qualities of awakening is the profound peacefulness, a mind which cannot easily be disturbed, and then ultimately a mind that is not able to be disturbed, not even able to be upset, not that their reactivity is just kind of like that part of the equipment has been deleted and thrown away somewhere, so that then it is the sage, the awakened arahant is called a sage of peace, because all of the tides of everything happening inside and outside, it's just going on, and they are not disturbed by that. So if you were to meditate for the next 5 years on this thought, may I be peaceful, it would be beneficial to you. So thank you for that comment. I'll call on Maureen.
Thank you, Ayya. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I've always thought that sukha and dukkha are the two extremes, and the middle way is to see things as they really are, and be peaceful, if possible, with that, without well, yes,
Right.
because you can't be healthy all the time. You can't make things happen as you want them to happen. But you can try and see them without adding any other overlays that make things more difficult for yourself, like aversion and grasping will do. But to see things as they really are is a path towards the middle way
Right.
and peacefulness. So,
Thank you. That's a good comment, and you didn't say it, but you could have said that the Pali word upekkha for equanimity has within it the syllable ekka, which is about seeing. So upekkha is able to see very clearly while maintaining that stability. And that is very much the middle way. There's a standard sort of meditation about the 4 Brahma Viharas. And when it comes to the upekkha, in a certain way, the standard explanation is you reflect about karma, all beings are the owner of their karma, and so forth like that. And that means, I guess, that you can like overlook inside and outside and see all of the ups and downs of causation and the results, the pleasant results and the unpleasant results, and be able to see it all very clearly while staying stabilized with that. But when the explanation is just given in terms of karma, that may cause someone to not really develop, as I think what you're speaking about, really developing the full value of that middle way of equanimity and the power of that. Yeah, so thank you.
thank you very much. That's very helpful. You're right. That was what I was, without realizing, aiming for.
Yeah,
The equanimity. Yes. Thank you.
okay,
Thank you very
great.
much.
Okay. Chintana,
I would just like to give a blessing to all, if I could.
yes.
Okay. May you be well, happy, peaceful, and prosperous. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you always meet with, I ran out of words. May you always meet
With success.
with success. Thank you very much. I got nervous and forgot. May you always meet with success. May all, I'm going to start over. May you be well, happy, peaceful, and prosperous. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you always meet with success. May you also have patience, courage, and understanding to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. There.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This is the reflection that we received from Bhante Gunaratana, and a special blessing for him as well. Let's close by reciting together the verse of loving kindness. Ahang sukhito homi, may I be happy. Nidukho homi, may I be free from stress and pain. Avero homi, may I be free from animosity. Ambya banjo homi, may I be free from oppression. Anika homi, may I be free from trouble. Sukhiyatanam pariharami, may I look after myself with ease. Sambe satta sukhita hontu, may all living beings be happy. Sambe satta Avirahuntu. May all living beings be free from animosity. Sambe satta ambya panjahuntu. May all living beings be free from oppression. Sambe satta anikahuntu. May all living beings be free from trouble. Sambe satta sukhi atanam pariharantu. May all living beings look after themselves with ease. Sambe satta sambadukha pamuchantu. May all living beings be freed from all stress and pain. Sambe satta landa sampatito ma vikajantu. May all living beings not be deprived of the good fortune they have attained. Sambe satta kammasaka kammadayara kammayoni kammabantu kammapatisaranam. All living beings are the owners of their actions, heir to their actions, born of their actions, related through their actions, and live dependent on their actions. Yang kammang karisanti kalyanang va papakang va tassadayada bhavisantu. Whatever they do for good or for evil, to that they will fall heir. Sambe satta sarahuntu. Avera sukajivino. May all beings live happily, always free from animosity. Katang punya palang mayham sabe bhagi bhavam tute. May I share in the blessings springing from the good I have done. Thank you, everyone, for your practice and for joining with this program this morning.
Thank you, Ayya.
Thank you, Ayya.
Thank you, Ayya. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayya.
Sadhu,